What happens when God steps into our past to rewrite our future? And what happens when He uses our pain, our hurts, and our disappointments as stepping stones and educational tools to perfect in us a greater work with greater results, greater power, and a greater anointing? Well, God can and He has. But some of us have not been able to identify where the pain comes from, what it represents, and how to use it to become greater than the situation. We have not been able to accept the pain, the hurts, and the disappointments because they deal with our feelings and emotions, and none of us like unpleasant feelings. Nor have we been able to acknowledge that God is using these mishaps, these pains, these hurts, and these disappointments in our lives as teaching tools. Not that He brings them to us, but while they are in our lives, He uses them as an opportunity to show us how much courage, strength, endurance, and power we have in us. We tend to let our hurts, our pains, and our emotions outweigh what God has to say about the situation. Pain can sometimes move us past logic, past reasoning, and past truth. So when God comes to our pain and says, "Allow me to use this pain to strengthen you," or "Allow me the opportunity to use these disappointments in your life to build your character," you say, "No, just move it. Take it from me. No good can come from this. It hurts too much. Why me? Not me. I can't. I won't. This shouldn't be." But God is saying, endure, stand, wait, and wait patiently. Faint not, restrain, and stand still and see what the end will be. While God is trying to push us past our limitations, we are trying to push Him out of His will. Fewer of us recognize our full potential in God because we don't allow Him to push us past our limitations. We never really get to see how great God is inside of us because we don't give Him enough operating room. When we get sick, the pain might be real simple and something used over the counter may help. But after a while, the symptoms start to progress and you start feeling worse. And the over-the-counter medicine just doesn't help. You go to the doctor, they take your blood, run tests, give your body a once-over trying to find what the problem is. They diagnose your symptoms, and finally they find the problem. The pain is still there, and the problem is still there, because they haven't cured you. They have just diagnosed you. They may give you a prescription to help solve your issues, or sometimes you may need surgery. Then your body and mind have to go through a healing and recovering process. And the time span between the onset of the problem and the healing and recovering depends on the person and how they adjust and adapt to all that has been going on with them and their medications. Sometimes the doctor may say this medicine may not take away all your pain, but will make you comfortable and make your pain bearable until you are healed. When life throws hurts, pains, disappointments, and tragedies in our life, we do need medicine. Not over-the-counter medicine, but the God kind of medicine. These are the times when God really steps up and shows He's true. But we have to give Him the chance to diagnose us, run tests on us, give our spirit a once-over, take our blood, and see what our spiritual level of endurance is. He has to listen to us tell Him our symptoms, and finally, He can diagnose us. This is where it gets technical with us because we assume that God is supposed to bring things to an immediate halt, that we are not supposed to go through these things in life. Well, you are sadly mistaken. After God diagnoses us, He then gives us enough strength to endure until the pain works in us a greater work. What God does is give us enough of His love to relieve the pain enough for us to wait patiently for Him to work in us. We have to allow God to purge us. He doesn't just want to get rid of our symptoms. He wants to totally heal, deliver, set free, and clean us from the matter, and then give us the wisdom, the understanding, and the knowledge to know that when these things come up again, how to stop it in its tracks. Then you know that you are an overcomer and have overcome the matter. Now, for those who think that we are not supposed to suffer things in life, or that there are things that we as Christians aren't supposed to go through, come and let us reason together. 1 Peter chapter 4, verses 12 through 19 states, Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice insomuch as ye are partakers of Christ's sufferings, that when His glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. If ye be reproached for the name of Christ, happy are ye, for the Spirit of glory and of God resteth upon you. On their part He is an evil spoken of, but on your part He is glorified. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other men's matters. Yet if any man suffer as a Christian, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify God on this behalf. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of God. And if it first begin with us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of God? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where should the ungodly and the sinner appear? Wherefore, let them that suffer according to the will of God commit the keeping of their souls to Him in well-doing, as unto a faithful Creator. This is just one of the many books in the Bible that talk about the sufferings of this present world we will endure. But the great thing is, though these things come upon us, God is there to rescue, deliver, and bring us through.